Jenna. 11, with Jenna. 11, with Jenna. 11, who you gonna call right now? 11, with Jenna. With Jenna. 11, with Jenna. Right now. 11, with Jenna. With Jenna. 11, who you gonna call right now?
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
11.
I know. Internet was off. Zoom was not responding. Lights were just funky. What other reasons? I just wasn't fast enough. I was set, I was ready, and all of a sudden I'm going, I'm here. Internet not on. What? Lights not plugged. What? Hello. My name is Jenna. This is 11 with Jenna. I'm here 7 days, 7 nights, 14 times a week. That's right here on Facebook Live. If you're watching it here right now, we're live. If you're watching it later, it's later. And if you want to watch it even later, it's on YouTube. They're all on YouTube. Over 1,000 shows on YouTube. Thank you, William D. Party last night. Party for Patty. Another standing ovation for Patty Lohman. When I go public. That's right. That's right. And I celebrate for 6 weeks, so happy birthday, Patty. And I'm going edit privacy. Just to give you a little heads up, tonight, get ready to fly. Tonight it's really bright. We're doing a pet parade. Even if you have a stuffed animal. Like, even if you have this. This is my little friend, Puzzle. Join us here on 11/11. Tomorrow morning, Armando Ortega. My name is Armando Ortega. Tomorrow night, Displaced and Share. If you have something groovy like this that you want to show everybody, come on. And then Saturday morning, one more Saturday morning with Jeff Metzger, and Saturday night, one more Saturday night with Gary Lambert, and Sunday morning, AJ Martinez, and Sunday night, Poetry Glam. If you read poetry, love to hear poetry, maybe you write poetry, you want to share some poetry, come on, hang out with us. Monday morning, we do a little movement, a little yoga, a little breathing. Monday night, we meditate. Tuesday morning, Patty and I make something, or we talk food, and we laugh a lot. I'm going for the... Wait, I need different sunglasses. I have them. My big old glasses. I gotta put on, maybe that will... I was chilly today, so I had to hood up. And then, let's see, Tuesday night, sometimes Andy Rader, sometimes not. Wednesday morning, sometimes we walk, sometimes it'll be Bill's Best, and Wednesday night is community night, and Thursday morning, what? Thursday morning is, my arrows just seem to be... Michael Kiel in the house. That's a good thing. Hi there, Michael. Oh, Michael Kiel. Which, really, I don't know where he is. I don't even know. Let's see. Hey, Lebanon, PA lady. Are you on the show on the next Wednesday morning? We talked. Was that the date? What? Wait, what are we doing? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you. Lauren Green White. If you're still here. Lauren Green White. There are 10 of you. Whew. Patty Loman, how's your party going? It is public. It is public. I am public. So while we're waiting, how about we fingers to the palms, thumbs up, and do 10. Do 10. Hey, Carl Hess. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're making circles around the other way. Come on, Patty. Work off that cupcake. I'm all about movement. Movement. Ooh, 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 ooh. And then if you're barefoot right now, fingers interlacing with the toes. Get that lymphatic system moving and turn. I'm your trainer this morning until Michael gets here. In a circle. Toes. Turn, turn, turn. To every toe. Ankle turn, turn, turn. Lauren. Hey, could you come on when you take off on your road trip? Would you give us some 11:11? I guess he's not coming on today. So I'm still turning my ankles and I'm switching to the other side. Hey, check it out.
11:11 with Jenna. 11:11 with Jenna. 11:11 with Jenna. 11:11. Who you gonna call right now? 11:11 with Jenna. With Jenna. 11:11 with Jenna. Right now. 11:11 with Jenna. With Jenna. 11:11. Who you gonna call right now?
If I don't do it on the one for April, last night Mark said the link shared to him keeps saying. Huh. I don't know. The link, the Zoom link you shared to him? Well, you were on it. I would say, I don't know. I'd say take off your sock and start. Maybe turn off your laptop and start over. But I know he's a computer guy. I could from, yeah. You're going to Rancho Mirage? Oh, cool. Hi, Mama Grace. I don't know. I can send it to him myself. Ladies and gentlemen, let's try this again. I was looking for my big glasses so I could complete the look. Oh, cool. There he is. Hello there. Woo-hoo. I love that. Woo-hoo. How are you?
Oh, good.
You got some.
Hang on.
Yeah, we're hanging. Hi, Mama Grace. Mama Grace, Mama Grace, Mama Grace. I'm hanging on. Not going to hang on too much longer today because I got to get outside because it's sunny and beautiful and Lillian has to go potty.
Yeah, I'm having to make adjustments here.
Potty.
Hello. Happy birthday, Patty.
Patty, Patty.
Yeah, I thought I had my computer figured out, but Zoom keeps crashing for some reason, so I don't know.
The party was awesome. Dave Love, we missed you. It was a success. We surprised her and everything. Thanks for being there, Michael. You were there for a minute and a half.
Yeah, I sacrificed a little sleep, but it's all good.
Patty's birthday yesterday.
Yep, it was worth it.
Lauren asked whose birthday. Patty Loman, Patty Loman, Patty Loman. What's
Yeah, it was
shaking?
worth it just pulling off the surprise.
Oh, it worked, huh? It was like early Corona Roki. I'm like, okay, everybody, right here, right now. Zoom, mute, stop your video. Huh? What? Huh? What? And then other people would pop on. But we managed to surprise her, and that's all that counts.
Yeah, we needed a conductor to keep us all on beat.
Well, that's the magic and unmagic of Zoom. It just doesn't quite work, but
Yeah.
the feeling is there. She has a stalker. Patty has a stalker. Don't tell her.
Oh, she found out about me?
So, what's happening in your world? What's the weather? What have you been watching?
It's cold. It's about 44.
Cold. Tell that to Rob Morocco. Cold.
Yeah, well, I don't live in Canada. There's a reason.
You live in California and it's 44 degrees. That's not normal.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. Is it raining?
No, it's clear. That's why it's so cold.
Bad.
Last week it was in the 30s, so it's a little bit warmer.
Yeah, last week, crazy.
Yeah, it even dropped down to 28 one day. So yeah, that's cold.
It's cold. So
Yeah, my job surprised me this week.
what?
They have a mandate that I have to get the booster.
I'm surprised.
I am too. I told them no. So now I have to fill out all this paperwork, send it off to corporate, and I have to submit a positive or negative COVID test by Friday to keep working. So I'm almost ready to retire. Might have to retire early. I'm not
Well,
planning to
I
do it.
just hope you stay healthy. So,
Yep.
however you choose to stay healthy, I hope you stay healthy. I wish you would get the booster, but you don't want to get the booster. So, just try to stay as healthy as you can.
Well, I'm trying not to put a whole lot of extra crap in my body to deal with. I'm still dealing with the effect of the last stuff. So.
I'm still dealing with the effect of having COVID. So, I know I don't want this next round at all. Everyone's like, oh, it's just a flu. If I get the flu, I can't do what I do, just like all of you. You can't do what you do. I'm going to try really hard not to get it, but I'm boosted because I can't deal with more long haulers on top of long haulers, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. So anyway, that's the new thing.
Hey, feel like dancing with me? Florida, we got Florida in the house. I miss you. Come be on the show. We're doing the Michael Kiel dance. Right now, go Patty, go Patty, go Patty. Exactly. So we got Florida in the house. My friend Dawn retired, sold her house, moved to Florida, and last time I saw her, she was on a boat somewhere. Girl.
Yeah, 85 degrees down there, right?
I don't know wherever she is. I'm sure it's warmer than it is where you and I are. But Dawn, come hang out with us on the show. So, what have you been watching? Any good movie, series, anything?
What was that movie I watched the other night? It was really impactful because I can't remember.
Have you seen Hillbilly Elegy?
No.
You guys, super cool movie. It's called Hillbilly Elegy. It was referred to my friend Dan. Thanks a lot, Dan. It's a memoir of a family and culture in crisis. It's a memoir by J.D. Vance about the Appalachian values of his Kentucky family and their relation to the social problems of his hometown of Middletown, Ohio, where his mother's parents moved when they were young. You'd think I just memorized that, but I looked out of the corner of my eye. Really good movie. Watched it last night. I think it's on Netflix. And yes, Dawn, I will. because David Lom moved down there, and I need to do some gigs with David Lom, so I need to come to Florida anyway. So it makes it even better that you're there now. But I want you to come be a guest. So do you remember what movie you watched in that little commercial for Hillbilly Elegy?
No, I was trying to look it up, but I don't have Netflix on my computer. I'd have to look at it on my phone, and I'm using my phone. So
Oh, you're working on your phone now today?
yeah.
Is that where in Florida are you, Dawn? Have you ever been to Florida, Michael?
Yep. I've been to Orlando, Disney World. That's about it. Was there twice.
Is there any state that you have not been to?
Any state? Yeah, a lot of them. I've been to Oregon, California, Nevada, Arizona, through New Mexico, then to Texas, Louisiana, Maryland, Virginia, and Florida. The layover in Atlanta.
A layover. I love Atlanta Airport. I love
Yeah,
it.
it's pretty huge.
It's huge, and people are nice, and there's shopping, and there's rocking chairs. There are rocking chairs in other airports, but there are rocking chairs like all over. You just go, yeah, I'm gonna chill here for a while. Rock for a minute. I'm gonna go over there and rock for a minute.
I wish I had time to explore, but my connecting flight was like half hour from the time I landed.
That happens.
But I like Virginia too. Virginia's cool. So I like the architecture back there. A lot of the buildings, brick, federal style buildings and whatnot. And Connecticut. I've been to Connecticut.
Have you ever lived in any other state?
Say again?
What other states have you lived in?
None.
And what countries have you lived in?
Well, I was in Okinawa for 15 months. That was while I was there, I went to Korea for a little bit. Mexico. That's about it.
Mexico. Where in Mexico?
Ensenada and Tecate.
Fun.
Tecate was cool. I liked it there.
That is really beautiful.
Yeah, real laid back, easy going. We went through the border gate, and the guys were sitting under a shade tree on folding chairs, and they're just waving us through. Go ahead. Oh, that's cool.
That's Mexico on a big part of it.
Yeah. Well, not an I-5 border. What is it? I can't even remember the name of the gate crossing, whatever. But when you go through I-5, it's just a mess there. So it was kind of nice going through the Tecate gate because there was no traffic, and everybody was laid back. And once you cross through the border, you're right in the middle of town, and there's just like this big town square and like nice place to hang out.
Yeah,
we came back later, like a day or two later, and they had this little ice cream shop on the corner, and we went and had ice cream and just kind of hung out. It was pretty cool.
I like ice cream. DK, I love Don't Look Up. I have to say, I couldn't handle Nicole Kidman as Lucy. It was just not believable to me. I like Nicole Kidman, but difference of agreement. Are you here next Wednesday? Let me know. Did you see that movie, Being the Ricardos, or Becoming, what was it? Becoming the Ricardos.
No, I haven't seen it yet. Is that on Netflix?
I thought the person that did Desi was great. It's on Netflix. No, it's on Amazon Prime.
Oh, okay. I got that.
Are you? Alaska Airlines is having a flash sale. Yeah, it wasn't. She wasn't my jam. Now in the other one with Hugh Grant on HBO Max, what's that one called? The Undoing. Have you seen The Undoing? Has anyone seen The Undoing? Oh, she was brilliant.
Well, there's good roles and there's bad roles, or not so good roles, I should
And
say.
there are people that like it and people that don't.
Yeah.
It takes all kinds, but as my father would say, people are more alike than they are different.
Yep. Well, to pull off a character like Lucy Ricardo, Lucille Ball, I mean, she's a character herself. Oh,
Ooh,
now Zoom wants to work on my computer?
Lauren, you haven't seen The Undoing? Don't tell her. It's pretty great. I think it's 6 or 8. Ooh, tonight, Sex in the City. But there's only 2 left after tonight. I don't know if I want to watch it or not. Might have to wait. I'll wait till tomorrow. Maybe. Amazon Prime. There's those. That's what I have. I have HBO Max, Amazon Prime, and Netflix. But a lot of what I'd like to see is on Apple, and some people watch Hulu. What do you have, Michael? And
I
the
have
criteria.
Hulu, Amazon Prime, Netflix, Sling, Pluto.
Who? What's that?
It's free streaming services. There's a lot of stuff on there.
Do you just sign up
PLU.
for it?
Yeah, PLUTO.
Pluto.
Yeah, a whole bunch of channels on there. Yeah, I watched like 3 or 4 channels, but there's a lot more. And I have IMDb, and I was watching the new series for Leverage.
Leverage.
Yeah, I think it's called Leverage Redemption now. That's the new one. But they had the original Leverage ran for 11 seasons or something like that.
Oh my. That's a lot to catch up on. That's like starting to watch Grey's Anatomy or something. Grey's Anatomy is 18. How many seasons? How many seasons does Grey's Anatomy have? Somebody mentioned 18. I don't even know where I got that. Is it really? Does that mean it's been on for 18 years?
Usually they're year cycles, yeah.
So if you started watching Grey's Anatomy right now, 18 years worth.
Well, if you're binge watching, it doesn't take that long.
That's a hell of a binge.
Yeah.
I mean, I've done Sex and the City binges. That's 6 years, 6 seasons. 8.
The first thing I binge watched when I started streaming was McHale's Navy.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, that was cool.
That's cool. Patty London likes Leverage.
Then I think the next one was Black Sheep Squadron.
I remember that. What was that guy's name? Black Sheep Squadron guy?
What, the character or
the actor?
It was Robert Conrad.
Robert Conrad. Is he still on the planet?
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
He was a American American actor for other people named what? Yep, he left the planet last year, February 8th, 2020. Was an American film and television actor, singer, and stuntman. And he was in the Wild Wild West.
Yep. Jim West.
Bob Conrad hosted a weekly 2-hour national radio show, the PM Show with Robert Conrad.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And he was from Chicago, Illinois. And he went to Northwestern in Chicago.
Chicago.
Do, 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 do. So I don't want to keep. So Patty likes Leverage. What is Leverage? Just so let me get a feel for it.
Well, it's a show that this insurance guy that got burned by his insurance company put together this crew of people. One's a thief, like a cat burglar. Another one's a hitter. Basically, he's a muscle guy. A geek, tech geek, and a grifter. Mm-hmm. And he puts them all together, and he basically knows what they're all capable of. And they pick these cases where people are getting screwed over by, big wigs, with no recourse, and they go in and they set things straight, and it's pretty cool.
I like that.
Yeah. So yeah,
What's
the original.
1883?
Pardon?
18, oh, they're talking about binging. 1883. Apparently that's a new one. Dave Love and Patty Loman both love 1883. Where's 1883? And Revenge on Insurance Companies. I'm just, like reading and listening at the same time. One eye over here, one eye on you.
Yeah, I got the same thing going.
Actually,
Except
three. I have one
I'm seeing you in two. I'm seeing you in two places, but only audio on one.
The prequel to Yellowstone. So do you watch 1883 before you watch Yellowstone? Have you watched Yellowstone?
Yellowstone came first.
Okay.
I think 1883 is the new one that's out.
Paramount Prime. Another one? Seriously, you guys?
Yeah, I have Paramount, but I don't have the subscription.
I wanted to watch that too. I don't have the subscription. 1883 has a lot of stars, according to Dave Love. A lot of stars.
Yeah.
Rob Morocco. Hey, that means, are you ready to dance with me, Michael? One more
okay.
dance.
11 with Jenna. 11 with Jenna.
11 right here, right now.
11 with Jenna. With Jenna. 11 with Jenna. Right now. 11 with Jenna. With Jenna. It's 11.
Speaking of animals, that's right. Tonight is the 11/11 with Jenna Pet Parade. So like I said, if you have a stuffed animal or a little ceramic dog or a kitty cat like this, thank you for being the 11th guy. Or a little Lily and Pearl action figure. That's what I need. Lily and Pearl needs an action figure. She's been one in the artwork of Dave Love.
Yeah.
But so March 24th, you guys, 2 years, right here on 11/11 with Jenna. So we'll be having.
Do you remember Casey's Barbecue down in San Pablo?
Heck yeah.
They're going to be on the Food Network tonight on Robert Irvine's Kitchen Impossible.
Really? Oh, really?
Yeah.
So they're going to get knocked down and built back up?
Well, the inside anyway.
How cool.
Yeah, so I got to figure out how to watch that. I'm going to be at a meeting tonight, but I'll probably have to watch it later.
Kitchen Impossible is where they go in and they go, oh my God, this place is a wreck.
Yeah. And they work with the owners and, and try and figure out what went wrong and whatnot. They had a fire in the original place.
Right. And then they moved down towards Albany.
Yeah, they're down Gilman and San Pablo.
Yep. Yeah, the old place had all this really cool wood chairs and wooden tables and stuff all stacked up everywhere. It was super cool.
Yeah.
And they had a
fire. They had old antiques and stuff in there.
Yeah, all this oak furniture and
yeah,
they moved down right past Gilman on the right side on San Pablo.
Yep.
So is the guy Kitchen Impossible? Is that the big burly dude? The muscular dude?
He's the English guy.
Yeah, he's sweet. I like him.
Yeah.
Gordon Ramsay goes in and like, this I like how he does that with. Oh, exciting. Where is that? Is that on Food Network?
It's Food Network.
Okay, we have Food Network. Yeah. Well, the party's still going, Lauren, so you're here. You're not missing the party. Lauren Green, you don't miss a party. That's what I truly believe. Wow. Okay, I'll have to tell my friend Sibylla, who I know if you saw her husband, Stan Franks, the late great Stan Franks, lived on McGee. And when you were a child, do you remember an elder gentleman selling fruit in the neighborhood. Persimmons and melons, and that was
Uh,
Stan's grandfather.
I don't so much, but my grandmother, she knew everybody.
Yeah, I'm sure your grandmother knew, well, she knew Mrs. Hoover, Mary Hoover, right across the street where I was. But
Yeah.
Stan's grandfather was on McGee and Derby, and they owned two houses, two in on McGee, and they had all this produce. They had greens that they sold, but Stan was a big. We used to talk about Casey's, and Sybil and Stan would go to Casey's a lot. That was one of the stops for sure. Good for
Yeah,
them.
when I got older and got back from the Marine Corps, it was a toss up between Big Daddy's Fish House or Casey's Barbecue.
And did you like Spangers?
I hardly ever went down that far. I didn't go down on the waterfront too much, but I've been there. I went there once, and it was okay. But it's no fun going to a restaurant like that by yourself.
That's true.
Yeah.
I lived on, the same street that you did. At the end of the street, was it Mabel's? What was that club called? At the end of
Oh, it's been so many things I don't remember.
Ruthie's.
Yeah.
Ruthie's.
At one time. Yeah,
When
it's
I
had
lived
several
there,
names.
it was Ruthie's.
Changed ownership several times.
And when I lived there, it was a punk bar, like heavy duty punks in the 80s. And I would come home from I worked at two bars, and I would come home at night, and my mom, don't listen to this part, I would have to climb over people to get into my house because they'd be, doing their thing in the yard. And I'd be like, excuse me. And I'd have all this cash because I was waitressing two different bars. So I'd be like, pardon me, excuse me, got to get into my house. And Mrs. Hoover would come out with her stick. You kids. Yeah, it was an interesting time.
Wow.
And now it's all, fancy pants.
Yeah, I haven't been down there in quite a while.
Oh, you'll be like, shocked.
Well, the whole street's different. I mean, I could drive down there now, and they got those turnabouts in there with all the plants and stuff. The place looks like a jungle.
Yeah. It's in Berkeley, California, in the west part of Berkeley. They call it flats, but now it's where the fancy pants kids live because the houses are $2 million.
Yeah, well, I can't afford them. Fortunately, we own the ones we have.
Your dad's in Oakland, right?
Yeah.
Where? About? Not exactly.
You know where 13 and 580 split?
Sure.
He's on the hill right there between the two freeways.
Okay. Like right there.
Well, you could see it from the freeway.
Uh-huh.
If you know where to look.
So how did he fare? Was he there when the fires happened?
Yep, it stopped. You know where the Redwood off ramp is on 13?
Uh-huh.
It stopped there, which is, hop, skip, and a jump from his house.
We're talking about the 1989? 90. 89, 90. Hi, Rich. Rich is up in that way. I was at a wedding.
I think it was 90. I was there.
You were there.
And my buddy called me up. One of my high school buddies is a computer geek. He called me up and he goes, "Hey, Berkeley's on fire." I went, "What are you talking about?" And he goes, "Go outside and look up towards the hills." And I went outside and I looked and I went, "Oh crap, they need CDF up there." Because I know there's nothing but trees up there.
Guys,
it was already, a pretty big smoldering mess there. And I knew they weren't going to put it out with regular fire apparatus. So. And then sure enough, the thing just took off.
Yeah. And the Claremont Hotel, which is a wooden structure built in the 1800s, is this huge, it's right in the middle of it. So they had fire trucks surrounding the Claremont because if that went up, game over.
Yeah.
But I was at a wedding at the Berkeley Rose Garden. And as they were saying, do you take, Mr., Mrs., there were those planes driving by, the water planes flying by,
Yeah.
flying by, going, Nero, Nero, Nero. And people were just coming up to the people, the guest list people going, I have to leave. I think my house is on fire. And there was this plume of smoke that was awful.
Yeah.
It was awful. Awful time in the Bay Area. This soap. Do you like soap?
Some. If it's perfumey, I can't stand it.
This isn't perfumey. It's orange oil, bergamot and orange oil. I'm never going to use it. I'm just going to keep it right here. Makes me happy. Bergamot lifts your spirit. Good. I'll put it next to my chime. It didn't chime. Hey, here we go. I'm keeping you awake too long. You must go now. Go to sleep. Are you going to go to sleep?
Yeah. Eventually, I'm going to make a couple of phone calls.
All right.
Well, and then I'll go to sleep.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Of course. Figure out, it's that Zoom stuff always kind of there's a little swerve sometimes.
Well, I don't know what's going on. At first, I thought it was my video driver, which I dumped and replaced. That's the software that tells the computer how to talk to the video card. And I dumped that and replaced it. And now my screen doesn't black out now. And I thought that was it, but something's going on with Zoom. And every time I try and start it up, it goes so far and then it stops working. And then, like I said a minute ago, it just popped up and said, okay, we're ready to go.
Yeah, that happens to me sometimes.
Yeah,
or there's the spot where you log on to Facebook just isn't there. That was what was happening today. The Wi-Fi, I turned on Zoom, and then I'm going, where's the button to go to Facebook? Not there. Oh, one more 11:11. You ready to dance with me one more time?
Yep.
11:11 with Jenna. 11:11 with Jenna. 11:11 with Jenna. 11:11. Who you gonna call right now? 11:11 with Jenna. With Jenna. 11:11 with Jenna. Right now. 11:11 with Jenna. With Jenna. 11:11. Who you gonna call right now?
Hey, you have a letter for me, sir?
I think I want to go with P again.
P.
P for Patty Loman.
P for Patty, P. A P, P, P for Patty, yes, 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 and your pets too, P. P, P, P for Patty Loman. Happy birthday, day after, continue that party. And tonight we will continue with a pet parade here on 11:11 with Jenna. 11:11 with Jenna. Pet parade tonight. If you've got a pet, a pup, or one that purrs, maybe one that squawks, oh yes, or one that's green and kind of climbs around and does their scene, or a picture, or a pillow of your pet, please join us here and we'll have a parade. I guess P was a letter to pick, and I'm glad for you, Michael. I'm glad that you're here today, and I will say hey, 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 hey to you another fine day. So stay safe and stay healthy and be real nice. And everybody else, tell your friends about 11:11 with Jenna once or twice. So yes, so right now I will say positive thoughts and pretty words, and always, always, always pristine and pumping heart. Ba-dum-bum. Love heart, everybody. Thank you, Michael.
Real hard.